Guys, we are entering one of the most golden times in the crypto market. Once again, just like we did at the end of 2020, now we're experiencing the exact same thing once again at the end of 2024 with Bitcoin obliterating, killing its previous all-time highs and exploring new highs. Now, normally this is the process just leading just a little bit before the major altcoin season starts, the biggest altcoin season in the whole cycle. And so this is the perfect time for me, guys. I was searching, the CoinGecko, and I was searching the crypto market for the best opportunities, in my opinion, from this exact moment, And normally I'm looking for coins that are lagging, that are sleeping, just like we did on the thumbnails here, I am looking for coins that look sleepy to me compared to others, alright? So for example, when I look at the biggest pumpers of over the last 24 hours, we have XRP, Stellar XLM, Cardano has had a massive run. We have also Algorand, Avalanche, Hedera, so many. All of these are not sleeping anymore at all, so they are probably still pretty good opportunities. But for example, Cardano, right, it already did 3x in a very short amount of time, so some of them are starting this move, arguably Cardano is a little bit later in this move, and for example Avalanche maybe in a slightly earlier phase, right? So the focus of the video is gonna be about Fetch AI, but just as we're looking here, maybe Avalanche, for example, is still a slightly better opportunity than Cardano because it's somewhat lagging. So similarly, guys, I was looking for what is lagging like the absolute craziest here since Bitcoin had made the surge, and I came across Fetch AI over here. Now, a few very important key things, all right? Sometimes, right, so if you see something underperforming, while the rest of the market is performing very well, it doesn't necessarily mean it's a great opportunity. It could actually be just a really weak coin that is gonna continue underperforming for the rest of the crypto bull run. I'm gonna explain why sometimes you just have sleepers or laggards. Sometimes you have the market starting to be crazy, and and like we said, it starts with Bitcoin and then continues with some others like Solana, Cardano, and so on. And then you just have a few that are pumping relatively later. So to give you an example, I want to show you back in the 2021 bull run, which again, I think we're finally entering really similar times, to the previous bull run. Now, let me show you two coins that I held during 2021, and with both I had really nice gains, That would be Solana and Decentraland. Now, for a little bit more clarity, let's show you logarithmic here, and then we're gonna explain how all of that is gonna be really relevant for Fetch AI, right? So, back in 2021, right? So this is a logarithmic chart of Solana and Decentraland. Now, what we had in the 2021 bull run, right? We had a few coins that were moving faster, So for instance, I bought, we had a mini bear market in the middle of 2021, and then I bought a few altcoins, so that would be Solana and Decentraland. Both of them I bought them kind of approximately here, like early August or so. That would be Solana, and like we said, Decentraland, sorry, that will be, yeah, somewhere here. So look, this is early August, right? So in Decentraland's case, it went to from 70 cents to 90 something cents to $1, and then it collapsed back to 70 to 80 cents. Solana, on the contrast, back by late August, early September, it already completed most of its move actually, So Solana did here from $34 to 200, approximately a 5x in just 1 month. By August, September, then it had a secondary move here in November. So that secondary move from this somewhat earlier collapse to $130, it went to approximately 250s, 260. So there was only approximately a 2x left for Solana in this secondary wave by the end of the bull market at the time, back in November 2021. Now, Decentraland, like we mentioned, it was below all-time highs, right? So the all-time highs were back in March 2021. And like I said, Decentraland at the time was a laggard. It was lagging, So while over here, Solana did a 5x, Decentraland did here, less than a 2x and then collapsed to approximately the same prices. But then later, you see, in the November move, when Solana had its only 2x left because it already completed most of its move, Decentraland had, all the way to $5 from like 60 something cents. It was approximately 7 to 8x, and this was a really large coin, right? So I think Decentraland at the time was somewhat equivalent to Fetch AI today. And obviously we're gonna see in the next few weeks, maybe Cardano is one of the kind of equivalents of Solana's, right? So Cardano already did, like we said, a 3x over here, and Solana did a 5x at the time. So what it seems like starting to happen is we're just having some early movers and then late movers. Now, I want to explain, again, probably in this comparison, why did I have this high confidence in Decentraland back in 2021, and why once again I have high confidence also in Fetch AI in this crypto bull run late 2024 and early 2025. How do we know that this is not just gonna underperform and die? How can we know that this actually can have this massive move later with Fetch AI? And how did I also... So here's the thing, guys. Here's the main thing for me with Fetch AI, okay? First of all, in crypto, if you're new to crypto, normally we have narratives over here in crypto, right? Normally we have some narrative that is starting to be dominant, and then this narrative starts to pump heavily. So in this bull run so far in 2024, meme coins have been a massively strong narrative. Now, back in 2021, for example, this first surge, okay, here in like August, September, we had the layer 1 narrative. So also, if you would have a look on Avalanche and Phantom and a few other layer 1s at the time, all of them had a major wave over here. And then in the secondary wave, this was more the wave of the metaverse and the gaming. And this is why Decentraland, which is part of the metaverse narrative, pumped a lot higher. So meme coins, like we said, is a very successful, the most successful narrative in this crypto bull run so far, and it's probably gonna continue to be so. However, the other very successful narrative that some people are forgetting, and this is the time to strike when they are forgetting, this is actually the AI narrative, the artificial intelligence. And since really, when ChatGPT kind of came to our lives, this is when this kind of new bull run was catapulted also in the crypto AI coins. So now the thing with Fetch AI, FET, is that basically this is among the leaders of the AI category. Okay, we also have Render, which is a big favorite on our channel here. We also have another one, Bit and Sword DAO, and then we have Artificial Super Intelligence Alliance, FET, Fetch AI. Now, look, we have to understand that we see new retail coming in and new people coming and joining the crypto markets once again. So you also have to be thinking a little bit more like, like new people. Where are they gonna go? They're gonna go probably to meme coins, but artificial intelligence, it's a massive new thing in the last few years in the whole world, really, right? So think about it. When people will be looking, right, like at the AI narrative, they're gonna see Render, okay, interesting. They're gonna see Bit and Sword DAO, okay, and then they're gonna see Artificial Super Intelligence Alliance, like a pretty clear name, pretty clearly you understand what's up, okay? So this is why, obviously, look, it's hard to know the future, but just my personal non-financial advice speculation, I think that Artificial Super Intelligence Alliance, Fetch AI, I think this is gonna outperform the other two, Bit and Sword and Render, at least from bottom to top, right? I still think these other two will be also, great plays for sure. However, I just think this is gonna outperform, especially that it's now slightly lower than the other ones, right? So approximately a month ago, FET was higher than Render. So Render also kind of had a slightly faster move so far than FET. So the narrative is the most important, right? And the AI narrative was already successful, right? So if we are gonna look at, right, if we're gonna open a Render and Bit and Sword 2, and we're gonna have a look also on the Artificial Super Intelligence Alliance also too, we're gonna see all of that, right? So throughout this whole bull market, the A narrative was very strong. Render had a massive bull run. Okay, this is Render, this is Bitansor, which exists for slightly shorter since 2023, but also we can see, it had a fantastic move of more than a 10x for a really large coin. It's number 40. It's a really large coin, and it had a move of more than a 10x, and also even so far from the lows, that would be another like a 2x. So see, it already had a 2x approximately. Render also had something somewhat similar, almost a 2x, and FET, at least as I'm recording the video, had a little bit less than that. Like, it's definitely not the bottoms anymore since the last corrections here from 80 cents, but we're still at 123, right? So we're still 50% up. We're not 2x up. So even these other two, like I said, these other two in the category, as I'm recording the video, are slightly ahead slightly ahead of time from the bottom. But again, most likely all of these are gonna pump together. So the last thing, right? So we saw that the category was able to pump, and now looking at the coin individually, okay, why I like it so much. So looking at this coin, okay, and using kind of my analogy with Decentraland from before in 2021, the interesting and most important thing, guys, that basically since this coin came to existence back in 2019, like many coins, they come to existence, they sell off, especially if it's still a bear market. They find the bottom. That was the March 2020 COVID bottom at around 1 cent or even less. That would be, more than 100x away from now. And look, the important thing is that it did, right? So look at all the upward momentums that it had in its existence, right? So number one, March to August 2020. It was also approximately a 10x from 1 cent to even more than 10 cents. So that was a little bit more than a 10x. Why is that important? Because here in August 2020 we had the DeFi summer. We had a bull run, but it was still a relatively small bull run at the time. Okay, so some coins didn't perform that great at the DeFi summer in August 2020. However, it showed you that it's capable of pumping during the massive pumps that Bitcoin and the overall crypto has. Okay, so in this bullish wave, Decentraland, by the way, also pumped. You can see here from also like 1 to 2 cents to here August, also like 9 to 10 cents. So Decentraland did something similar by pumping approximately a 10x from March 2020 to August 2020. Now, then we had the next phase of the bull run, right? So we had once again another pump from 4 to 5 cents to again more than a 10x. That was the most major part of the bull run, really, right from late 2020 to early 2021. So I think now we're entering an equivalent time, okay, to this. This is why I think, FET, I think, is going to be capable of really, really nice moves. But anyway, so that first move was approximately a 10x. The second move was more than a 10x. And then late 2021, that was less. That was approximately a 4x, okay, a little bit more subdued, arguably because it already reached this kind of psychological $1 level, and also because the AI narrative actually wasn't, we didn't really have it here, right? So this is why this pump was a lot more sustained and relatively smaller, right? Because the narrative was the metaverse and gaming. Over here we just had a massive altcoin season, so just almost all narratives were pumping absolutely like crazy over here. But anyway, that was still an upward move in the overall crypto market. So even though the narrative was not there, it still was capable of doing. Actually, that's a 4x. Sorry, 300% would be a 4x. Okay, from like you see, I was measuring from approximately here 21 cents, not from the absolute low of 16 cents or something like that. So anyway, after that we had a bear market, and now in the current crypto bull run where the AI narrative is a lot bigger and a lot more important, and basically this is the second strongest narrative we've had so far in this bull run after the meme coins narrative. And again, it's because over here at the bottom, ChatGPT was launched, right? And ever since, we are having a much stronger bull run here in the AI narrative. So once again here, so from 6 cents from the bottom, we had something like a 7 to 8x in that first move, Mind you, this is from November 2022 to February 2023. All right, so many other coins, for example, you know, we were looking at Cardano, for example, right? Cardano did have a move here, but you know, that was less than a 2x. You see, like a 50% move, 69% move. Avalanche, I think, did slightly better than that, 77%. Even Solana, that was really, you know, collapsed in a big way, did, you know, 2.5x, something like that. Decent, but you know, not anywhere close to what Fetch AI did to what's the exact full name? Artificial Super Intelligence Alliance. Right, so this pump was a lot bigger. Now, after that, we had so far our strongest crypto pump, okay, the strongest macro crypto pump that we had for Bitcoin and for the rest. And this is of course when Bitcoin went from 24k to 73k. So Solana, for example, over here was massively successful, and it went from $18-20 all the way to 200, and that was a 10x for Solana. Solana was basically the main superstar of you know, basically this move here from late 2023 to early 2024. But again, let's have a look again on Avalanche and Cardano. Avalanche did, you know, like we said, the general move in crypto was stronger, so you know, it was much better. It was 5 to 6x, definitely better. Then again, Cardano was, I believe, slightly underperforming from 25 cents. Yeah, still a 3x, right? That was the strongest, like we said, the strongest move so far. What we have right now looks like it's gonna be a lot stronger. It's already stronger because, you know, Bitcoin reached new all-time highs. It's close to 100k. So I have high confidence that the current move for everything is gonna be bigger than what we had before. So FET, right? Fetch AI, in this move here from late 2023 to early 2024 had approximately a 14 to 15x performance. The only one from the ones that we showed here that outperformed Solana. And we're looking at large coins, guys. We're looking here at coins, you know, in the top 100 or even top 50. Now, like we said, Bit and Soar, for example, this was another one. This also did similar gains, approximately 14 to 15x. So bottom line is that the AI narrative was very strong, and specifically this coin, Fetch AI, every single time there's a major pump in crypto, it also pumps. So it since its existence. So it happened in August 2020, it happened in early 2021 altcoin season, it happened at the end of the previous bull run, November 2021, and then it happened also in the two major waves, okay, in this crypto bull run cycle. And like we said, it outperformed many fantastic performers like Solana. So this is why right now, guys, this is why it all brings us to the current times. And like we said, Cardano is already on its way. Solana also on its way. It's now a lot larger, you know, it's like top 3, top 4 coins now. So, you know, it's gonna be more difficult to move Solana. However, it's also, you know, on a move in a big way. It's already more than a 2x from the very lows, right? Bitcoin is clearly on its way, right? So everything is on their way. Some of them may be still at a slightly earlier phases of their way, such as Avalanche, still approximately a 2x. But like I said, FET is the only one that right now, as I'm recording the video, it's only, you know, even from the wick, from the absolute bottom, it's like 70%, but you know, it's really impossible to catch something like that. So the more realistic bottom that it was possible to catch was approximately 80 cents. So it's still only 50%, guys. It's not even a 2x yet, but it proved us that even in 2021 it was pumping every single time, which is another major power sign that it had. And now that the AI narrative is a lot stronger in the current bull run, it was even outperforming what it was doing back at the time in 2021, and it's outperforming all the other major coins, guys. So all of that being said, this is why, for me personally, FET right now, as I'm recording the video, is just still sleeping. And it could be, and you know, it has to kind of definitely, you know, like I have here this $1.50 that it has to convincingly get above so that all of that theory will play out. However, like you can see, we have major support here from the start of the bull run, that it's really close to that support. So at least for me, that I have stop losses, right? Anyone who has stop losses as part of their strategy, the stop loss is pretty close, right? You know, it's a daily or weekly closes below this blue trend line, right? And then on the other end, it's also fighting the downtrend. So once it defeats, or if I should say it defeats this downtrend, it gets back above its bull market support band, the 20-week SMA and the 21-week EMA, which it's kind of around this region right now. The top half of this region is 1.40, right? So basically it needs to start showing that it's capable of getting here like to 130, 140, and then most importantly above 150. Once, if FET is showing us it's there at 150, it's a major strength sign, guys. And I think, like I said, I think it's gonna be something similar to what Decentraland did in the last bull run, that it's just gonna pump a lot harder, just relatively later than Cardano, right? So Cardano, let's say it's gonna complete its move, it's gonna correct a little bit, and maybe it will have similarly to what Solana had, like a 2x left or something like that. But the coins in the strong narratives like AI that didn't do much yet, they will still have a lot more upside, right? So obviously, you know, just reaching the all-time highs again, still a pretty decent gain, you know, like to $3.4, $3.5 from the current prices. It's pretty close to a 3x, almost a 3x, just all-time high. So I mean, even if it underperforms and gets like a slightly higher high than what it had here, to like, let's say $4 to $5, it is still you know, 3.5x or something like that. Probably again better than what many large coins still have ahead of themselves. And of course, that's like the absolute most conservative, right? So in this bull run, it showed us that it's capable of almost a 10x or more than a 10x in its moves. So you know, from the bottom, it's definitely, I think, capable of a 10x, which would put it, you know, around $8 point something. And honestly, guys, you know, like it wasn't exactly at 10x, and you know, we're not always measuring from the exact bottom. So generally, I think it can also, it has decent chances also reaching this kind of $10 mark, more or less, which is almost a 10x from the current price. And again, guys, this, in my opinion, from the current moment in the market for the largest cryptocurrencies, it is, I think, among the very best we have left. So all of that being said, this is what I normally do. I'm trying to snipe who are sleeping, but they did show us signs of success in the past, and this is what I'm looking for. So I definitely, personally, I like this one a lot as I'm recording the video. And yeah, let's let time speak for itself. Let's revisit in a few months from now and see what did FET do. Now I'm gonna be back posting more videos more often, once a week, which I was doing before. So you're definitely very welcome to subscribe and to see future videos. Honestly, I'm still gonna be looking for these kind of hidden, somewhat hidden gems, the coins that still have a lot more massive success ahead of itself, which I think FET has. So thank you very much, guys, for being here once again. I was AR7 Crypto, and have a fantastic week and a fantastic weekend ahead, and cheers as always.